Look at those scores for Winchester. 4.3, 6.5, 4.9, 7.5, 5.8, 5.8.
Look at that, yeah.
All kinds of high scoring waves out there.
That's a fun heat for Winnie, yeah. There's staff photographer Igor Sanchez hanging out the water with his double setup with the GoPro on top and
very nice.
Yep, ready to go.
Man, the question's still pouring in.
The guys having a look here. Tamaga on the right. Loves to get busy early, Tamaga. Looking to line up this section. Just flops over. Will he get another? Will he get another section here?
Barrel. Wow, and that roll was, man, the first roll was, you know, pretty much what I call like a manual roll. It was all his own power. And the second one, he really tapped into the wave, like it snapped around so quick.
And he's got a little seal here to befriend on his way out.
I don't know if that's a little seal.
Just don't show him your teeth. So yeah, Tamaga drawing blood there. It won't, you know, I'm pretty sure in the end it won't count for much with the caliber of the guys that he's against in the water. Time will tell. So we've still got a Maury, Dave Hub and Israel waiting for the sets out the back now.
Okay, well, while we're getting ready for the second heat to start shaping up and waiting for Guillermo Tamaga's first wave score to come in, let's throw it to a little message from our sponsors here in Chile. Okay, back live here at the Arica Chilean Challenge, presented by Municipalidad de Arica, as well as Tomate Surf Shop. And we also want to thank Science, Bodyboards, Movie Star, as well as Lawn Airlines. On the left, here it is in red, Amare Laverne, our winner.
Clean action, a clean line, big flip, straight from the south coast, that one. Ooh, just the lips, I think the lips collected him as he came around there.
Yeah, but it looked like he rotated all the way, but just wasn't quite able to ride out of that landing.
See, that was a seal right there. I bet it could have touched it nearly. You're getting right in close to him.
Well, you know, as you see the replay, seals are known to get real close to surfers and bodyboarders, and I have a story about one for you as well. As you see, look at, he rotated all the way around, except for the last tail was kind of dipping into the water too much, and like you said, pops up and there's a seal right there.
So what's the seal story? Because I mean, it's a little bit scary as a rider when they come up close, they show their teeth. They're a bit intimidating. Have you heard any stories of any attacks?
I've never heard of a seal attack. I will say that, you know, growing up at Salt Creek, there was a seal that hung out there for like a year or two.
Yeah.
Same seal. And it was in the lineup every single day with us.
Really? Yeah.
And it would swim under you and bump your legs and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, touch her.
And it would obviously scare you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's wintertime, the water's cold.
How big was it?
You feel an animal come up and hit you in the leg. You think you're being eaten by a shark.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it just kind of hits you in the leg and swims away and pops up 5 feet away from you, just looks at you.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Here we go in blue once again.
So this is the dark horse Brazilian.
Israel Salas.
Oh, it's a big ramp. Oh,
how did he
aggressive
roll that?
Brazilian style we're used to seeing. And will he? Nah, he's come unstuck as well.
But I mean, just the fact that he was able to roll that so late, so behind the section of power through that.
Man strength, busting through that section. So we've still got Dave Hub waiting out the back there to get his first wave.
Look at this roll, Ryan. Tell me, you know, as one of the best in the world, you know, how do you push through? Look at that late and low through there.
You just want to get as low to your board as possible, and it's all like clenching as you're pushing through that lip. You know, it's like someone slapping you across the face as you're hitting it. You got to just clench and you know, full force pushing through that lip and trying to stay flat.
Here's a second angle. I mean, look how thick that lip was he popped through. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, while we're waiting for some more waves, we have Yo-Yo down on the beach with our first heat winner of the day, Australian Dave Winchester, one of our favorites.
Defending champ.
Good morning, everybody, and here we are with Winchester, winner of the last heat. Well, tell us about the last heat.
Yeah, it's picked up a little bit today, and there's sort of the bigger sets, sort of the best scorers, but then there's nothing in between, so you got to be pretty picky. You don't get too many chances, but I just sort of tried to get busy because everyone else was waiting for the bomb, and it paid off.
Do you prefer to serve El Gringo, flopos with small waves, or with the big swell that we are waiting for?
More so the big swell. It's so dangerous when it's small that it's so close to the rocks and you can hit the reef really easy. I mean, when it's big, you can hit the rocks too, but at least there's a lot more kind of water pushing over them, so I'd probably prefer a bit more water.
And winner of last year's, we saw you like very fluid on the last hit. There's an strategy from you to surf on these days?
Yeah, I just got to keep getting through the heat. I mean, I love this wave and the conditions are always perfect here, so there's like big heavy barrels and good ramps, so I'm just pretty excited and hopefully I can go through to the final again.
Well, thank you very much, Winnie. Congratulations for this, and we see you here again. I hope so.
Yeah, thanks very much. I'd just like to say hi to my wife and kids at home. I love you, and thanks for the drawing, Coco. Can you see that one?
Ew, I'm back to you guys. Thank you very much. You.
Thank you very much, Yo-Yo. With Winnie, and like we said earlier, Dave Winchester, a multi-time winner here at the Arica Challenge, and when he wasn't winning, he was getting second or third.
Yeah, yeah, super. The most consistent perform here ever at the Arica Chilean Challenge.
Well, and the other person who could possibly lay a claim to be the most consistent performer, Guillermo Tamega, a multi-time world champion, just got an amazing right. Got a nice little barrel and a roll there, I believe.
That's right, yeah. I think we're going to have a replay of Galimi's last right, yeah. Scooping in late under the lip.
Pulling up and really showing some good posture there, arching his back.
And roll out. Yeah, it's a decent score.
Looks like we're going to have a rider taking off, no? Paddling over that wave.
So, still no solid scores to lock in for Amori or Dave. Nearly 10 minutes gone. This is a look at Dave's first wave.
Which we didn't see yet.
Scripts in tied, fairly high barrel. And then probably hoping for a section.
Pushed out through the foam ball, nice. Should be a decent score for him. And let's take a look at our scores so far. Guillermo Tamega with a 4.63. Israel Salas with a 1.95. Amore Laverne, our winner from the New South Wales South Coast event, 1.75. We've still yet to see a score for David Hubbard's first wave, that nice little barrel on the left.
So we're waiting for a few scores to drop here. Waiting for Galumi. Oh, there you go. We're still waiting for Galumi's second wave, the barrel to roll. Waiting for Israel's punching roll through the lip. And Dave's first wave, that short barrel. Just over 20 minutes left. So they haven't really hit their straps yet in this heat with these guys from what you'd expect, but plenty of time. All we need is a set that's going to hit the reef nice, and there's going to be some good action.
Well, while we wait, let's see. We have some more questions coming in for Ryan Hardy. Ryan, what's your favorite break in Victoria? Asks Jake Vandenboom.
Favorite break in Victoria? Well, it's hard not to mention Luna's, probably the heaviest wave down there, but it's pretty scary. Don't know if it'd be a favourite. I remember surfing a really fun beach break down there one time called Airports. It was just a super wedgy sand spit. So just for a fun wave, I'd probably say that. That was an awesome little wedge. And then, of course, Luna's, one of the heaviest waves in Australia, and one of the squarest, thickest, gnarliest things on offer and down under. Have you seen that wave, Eric?
I haven't
Luna's?
seen it, no.
Right, yeah. It's just like what would you compare it to?
Is it as good as Nuggins?
Oh, it's just a big slab. Yeah, totally different.
I was pretty impressed with Nuggins.
Yeah, that's one of the Oz's better waves. Here we got some waves coming now, though. Glassy, possibly favouring the right more, so I'm not sure if these guys will have a look at that. No.
Well, it looks like no one's going to get a hold of this set wave. There might be one more behind it. Let's see if someone's going to be able to get on this one. But I know we do have a nice little piece queued up for our fans at home to watch. Let's see if we got a rider here. We do. A rider in yellow, David Hubbard.
Oh, it's looking clean. He's going to get a lot of speed coming out towards this section. He's looking at... Oh, yeah.
Did not line up for him. There's still another one behind it.
It's just not quite doing it this morning. Yeah, he's a big one out the back.
Look at these sets coming through. It is consistent as we see the fishing trolley out the back.
Yeah, they're always out there. Dropping a bit of oil. A lot of times you're surfing out here, there's so much oil in the lineup. Tamiga having... No, that was Israel having a look.
Here we go, Amore in
Oh,
the
it's going
red.
to
Look
be a
at
big
this.
roll.
Very
Perfect.
nice roll.
Perfectly executed. Perfectly made. Jump out of there before the rocks. Get the score. Get out. Smart surfing and ballsy surfing from Amore.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to head off to our GoPro spot check with Alex Uranga. Take a look.
Here in Arica, I enjoy a lot because the wave is one of the best in the world. You have a lot of things to do here. It's a small city. This is amazing wave. It's really long, really heavy, and when the swell hit it from different sides, you can get a bit longer wave or a smaller but better ball. Sometimes you didn't know if it's going to open really clean, and you drop it and didn't stop for anything and go inside and just trashing you, and that you are going to make it and go fast, and then when you go out you feel like, oh, that's a good barrel. This is Arica's barrel. This is one of the biggest comp of all the event, and I know that everyone is really hungry to win there. You have to trashing yourself all the time, trashing the wave, not be scared of the rocks, and go hard.
Well, welcome back live to the Arica Chilean Challenge, the third stop in the GoPro IBA World Tour. Eric Apple joined by one of the best of all time, Ryan Hardy, and one of the smartest Australians, I'd say, on the planet. Take a look at some
Let's have a
replays
look.
here. What did we miss?
So
So the rider in white,
Oh,
Guillermo
he's
Tamega.
backdoored that section. That was sick. Does he come through clean? Oh, no, he's just nosedived.
Ooh.
That was amazing, that backdoor. It's so much forward drive.
Body surfing out of the barrel. Look at this on the left in the
Israel, the Brazilian. A lot of pressure on this guy to go big to try and get through this heat. It's a
Finding
little
that
barrel.
barrel.
It's not going to be enough. He's going to have to get back out there and do something pretty big.
blue. And look at our back. Another set coming in. Our
looks like
riders
a-
in white and red in position. Now, Ryan, tell me this. As we take a look at this replay from Guillermo
So this,
Tamega.
he should look really deep from this angle. So driving
Look at
bottom
that.
turn, super deep.
Body surfs.
So
out
this
of
is
the
what the
barrel.
judges saw. Yeah, unfortunately, he came out clean, but just not on his board. So this will be interesting to see how the judges score that. I mean, so they've got complete vision of him coming out of the barrel.
Now we just
but
had a
without his
rider go.
board.
We just had a rider go on the left. We're gonna take a look at that replay. We weren't able to get that on the live shot.
So
I
we've got
believe it was Israel Salas on the left.
Dave Hubbard's still out the back, needing a good second score. This was their last... Oh, Tamega must have turned straight around after that last wave. 2 barrels
Oh wow.
and a nice roll. So spin. So Tamega and Amore been first and second now. Dave will be needing a relatively decent score to jump up into second or first place. And Israel's still a fair way behind. He's going to need 2 good scores still.
Callan from Australia wants to know, Ryan, in your opinion, what is the hardest maneuver in our sport?
Okay, well the hardest high degree difficulty move would be the 720. Just going on the fact that pretty much hardly anyone's ever made one. And but if you're talking, just your basic everyday moves or the moves that everyone's doing, I'd say the air forward. Yeah, the air forward and the backflip.
I'd have to agree that the forward
think?
air is the hardest because it has to be so slow and controlled, and it's not like you're banking off a section where the section throws you around. It's really all the rider just carrying that speed and projection perfectly.
Yeah, and the timing's so crucial, yeah. And the timing with the steep part of the wave and judging how fast that lip's throwing so it doesn't throw you onto your back or go off the back of the wave. I think it's, air forward would probably be the hardest basic aerial move in bodyboarding.
You guys keep your questions coming in because I got nothing better to do but to tell you about the waves you're seeing in front of your face and to ask your favorite riders questions straight off of the IBA's Facebook. So keep the questions coming in and we'll keep them rolling and we'll try to keep the answers coming back to you.
For sure. Yep. There's Sasha Specker, who was second place scooter, I think, in the first heat. Ben Player in the background there. He's coming up in heat number 5. There's another consistent performer here. George Humphreys. George Humphreys coming up in heat number, what's he in? Heat number 3. George Humphreys coming up next with Jared Houston and Magno Passos.
3 does
and
come
Babby
after 2,
Quinones.
Ryan.
Hey?
3 comes after 2.
3 comes after 2.
Maybe I should take
informed.
back the smartest Australian thing.
So all riders are out the back now. Eric's having a bit of a laugh. There could be some funny questions coming in. I'm all for it. Keep them coming.
Matt Mollison wants to know.
Serious, stupid, silly, or funny.
What you think is cooler, Ryan? Hand drag spinners or double hand cutties?
Oh, double hand cutty for sure.
Ben Severson, Chad Barber style?
What do you think?
I'm down with the double hand cutties. I remember Ben doing them when we were little kids.
Yeah, Ben
Severson
Severson painted them.
And he would really spray really far, projected out there.
Yeah, on the T10 BZs. Yeah. I was pretty impressed with the hand drags that used to be done in the early 90s comps with the ape gloves.
In the PSAAs.
Really? The PSAAs, yeah.
Did you ever compete in any of those?
No.
Was that before your time?
No, before my time. I just saw it
How old were
on
you then?
videos, yeah.
You were like 14 years old.
I would have been, like 12 to 14. Yeah, but...
I actually did the contests and lowers when I was like 19 years old.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
And
PSAA.
I made the semis.
Wow.
And that was like, I had heats with like Hubby, Spencer, Mike Stewart, Brian Press.
Yeah.
Guys
What's
like
your
that.
claim to fame? Who did you take down in your glory days in competition?
I beat like Brian Press and
Wow.
I beat Spencer in a heat and then
Spencer
he came
Skipper,
back and beat me. He came back and beat me late. He beat me in the semis.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay, but you beat him in a heat earlier.
I think I beat him like in the quarters and he came back and beat me.
There's a claim to fame. That's a pretty good one. Spencer Skipper went down to Eric Apple in his heyday.
That was the only PSAA I did. Because it was at a good wave. It was at lowers. The wave was
Okay.
so
no
fun.
hand drags.
No hand drags.
Any double hand cutties?
You want to know something funny? I can't do a hand drag.
No.
If I tried, I couldn't do it. For some reason, if I tried to do a hand drag, I pearl.
Yep.
I don't know
You
why.
just didn't learn.
I
doing a hand
never
drag,
learned to do it. And like sometimes I would do it trying to be funny, and I can't do it.
So there's a bunch of the Aussies here. Lockie Cramsey, winner of the trials. George Humphreys got 3rd place in the trials. He'll be out in the next heat. Wingy's comfortable now. He won't surf for the rest of the day. I think he's going to jump in the commentary booth here a bit later. And Ben Player, we've got Galumi here pulling in deep.
Sam Aga, GT. He
Sick.
is one of our world champions. He is from Brazil.
Oof. Out of there. Sick wave.
And he has the little tail thing going, kind of like off his hair.
Yeah, a
Notice
bit of
that?
flow.
Yeah.
Bit of flap at the back there. Yeah, so Tamaga's pretty commanding lead
comfortable.
now. Yeah. Amori's had a good score. He had a 6.5 for that big roll. There's another look at Tamaga Sparrow. Really clean on his rail there. Driving.
Yeah, and this heat is very indicative and so typical for Guilherme. Just nonstop, just keeps going. He's charging and he just isn't letting up.
Pumped up, yeah, and he knows how to ride this wave too. He's been coming here, as long as nearly anyone. Definitely not afraid of the rocks, as we've seen in the past, and he knows where to sit in the barrel and how to find that roll out of the end section. So he's dangerous out here at any size, particularly when it's bigger though. He's definitely the guy to watch when it gets big. So they've got just over 10 minutes remaining. Dave has only had the one scorer, 4.38, and Israel's only had a 2. So those guys are really going to need some good scores quickly.
But Tamega really, with that 7.03, showing that he's definitely in command of this heat. And the questions keep on coming in, Ryan. We have some more rights for you, more questions for you. Liam Gray wants to know how expensive it is approximately to get to Arica from Australia.
The FE looking at about, you're looking at about $2,500 from Perth. So kind of $2,000 from Sydney. Yeah, in the low $2,000s, 2000s. Once you're here, it's relatively cheap though. Yeah, it's not as cheap as Bali, but it's cheaper than Australia. Probably half the price of Australia for your general expenses. Next question.
We got him coming in.
We've got the flooding in as the action has slowed up a bit out in the water. We've got priority here again, of course, today in the first round, so you won't see any hustling going on. The guys are just taking turns as they have to by the priority rules. It looks to me like Dave Hubbard will be in first priority out there. Galumi in last, having had that last wave, and I believe Israel will probably be in second priority.
So tell me this: is there a wave in Oz called Klops or
Cyclops?
Cyclops?
Yeah.
So Caspian wants to know what paddling the right was like, and it was paddling the right or Klops. What's scarier?
Oh, that's an easy question. Well, Cyclops is definitely the most dangerous and scariest wave I've ever surfed, so that takes a cake. I mean, even at 6 foot, it was scarier surfing that than it was surfing the right at 10 foot. So that one's an easy one to answer. And paddling the right was it was epic. It was one of the sickest experiences I've had in bodyboarding, and definitely one of the hardest waves to paddle into for sure. And then we've got Babby Canones going out in the next heat. He loves taking the GoPro out there, Eric, and he's got some of the best images we've seen so far. At Pipe, he got some really sick pits rolling out. Jerry Houston got his, nearly looks like he's got a GoPro in his head there with his little hair in a bun. He's going for the Dave Hubbard, Dave Winchester style. We can expect some more good action in this heat. And Magno Passos there on the left, one of Brazil's finer riders, and George Humphreys, one of Australia's best up-and-coming riders. So this is going to be a good heat to watch as well, Eric.
We still have 7.5 minutes here left in our second heat of this round. And Saul McCready wants to know, Hardy, who's your favorite upcoming Australian riders?
Yeah, I'd have to say, actually, George Humphreys, the rider that's coming up in this next heat. Yeah, he's really impressed me in he's riding sort of in all sorts of conditions, and he just has a really sick style, and he rides really fast and goes for it. Here's David Hubbard now needing a score. He's going to have to go big in this wave.
Look at this section. Wow. How did he find that speed?
And he's not finished. He's looking for another section. No, that's all. But and he's Mori now on the left.
In red.
Some good exchanges going down here, Eric. Deep barrel. This heat's starting to turn up a bit. Ooh.
Up and over.
Yeah.
And a set behind it. Maybe our rider in a white taking a look.
And we got more waves, Eric's telling me, out the back. So Maury not happy with that, splashing a bit of water. Dave's going to definitely put the pressure on Maury now after that last right-hand barrel. So just over 6 minutes remaining. This heat's starting to get interesting.
Let's take a look at some replays as they roll in.
So Israel there knew that Dave had priority, so he had to let Dave go.
And look at
that's a sick line, isn't it?
All the way across. Man. And throwing that forward spin this moment he came out from under that lip.
Yeah, it's like a little sugar on top, isn't it?
I want to ask you, Ryan, you know, I see a lot of these riders, and this is an example of guys taking off and they're getting under the barrel. And a lot of times when the barrel kind of closes out over, you can kind of pop through the foam, pop through the lip and ride out of it. But it seems like nobody's able to do it here. Why is that?
Yeah, I think it's probably the power, because waves where it's not so powerful where it's pinching, you can quite easily sort of punch through that water that's falling on you. But here it's got a lot of power, so if that water's falling, there's a lot of energy behind it, and it just pushes you down. It just makes either your nose get pushed into the water, or it just completely slaps you and pushes you underwater. So yeah, you're definitely looking for a clean exit out here to come out of these barrels. Heat number 3, getting ready to paddle out. Action definitely starting to heat up here. Looks like Dave Hubbard got a 7.25 for that last right-hander, and he's moved up into the second place. So Maury's a little bit under pressure here in third place. He needs only a 5.14 to move up ahead of Dave in second. There's Maury putting his hand up, signifying he wants to know the situation, the score situation.
Yeah,
knowing that he's a little under pressure.
And he has a 6.5, so 5.14 shouldn't be too tough.
That's right. Yeah. No, it's a very attainable score for Amori out here. And Israel, the Brazilian, still, I mean, he's only had a 2.18 still as his best score. He needs a 9.45. He's really on the ropes here, which was kind of looking how it was going to be going against these three riders. All four riders now out in the lineup. The pressure's starting to mount, particularly on both Dave and Amori. Dave needing to retain his second place, and Amori needing that second score to move up into second. Just Dave having a look on an insider. In fourth priority, the smart thing to do is look at those inside waves, because here you can get some good ramps on only a 3-foot wave, and that could get you easier score up to a 7. Just
more questions pouring in for you, Ryan. I shouldn't have brought this up because everybody now wants to ask you questions.
Mm-hmm. Let's mow through them.
I'm getting all kinds of them. Will Greenwood wants a little bit of a riding tip, Ryan. He's asking, why is it sometimes my hand slips off my board after flips? Is it because I'm not holding on tight enough? And I think it's a pretty obvious answer.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah, you're definitely not holding on tight enough, and it's just something that happens when you got the impact coming down.
There's a new thing called wax.
Yeah.
You put it on your board.
Wax.
And you work on your grip strength, and you're there.
What are the gripper things you can buy?
Astrodeck?
No. The little exercise things for your hands with the springs.
With the springs.
Yeah. I used to use them when I was younger. I don't know if it did a whole deal, but if you really want to increase your hand strength, you can get those little spring mechanisms to strengthen the hands. But yeah, really it just comes down to having your board being thin enough so you get a good grip around your rails and bracing for the impact. Next question.
Jimmy wants to know, Ryan, have you ever surfed any South Australian breaks like Knights?
Yeah, I've surfed all over South Australia, around Knights region, all over Yorks, all over the West Coast. Plenty of sick waves. Knights is a fun wave. Noits, and I'd say the West Coast got the best waves down there, and I probably don't want to go naming too many because I might have a shotgun pointed my way if I went on to do that. So there's a big boat passing by outside there as we wait, counting down nearly to 2 minutes now, and it's really getting down to crunch time. We're all eyes on Amori Laverne here. One of the most consistent riders, the past winner at the South Coast Challenge a month ago, and currently in the top 3 on the world rankings. 2 minutes left, and he only needs a 5.14, so he's really going to be looking to get busy.
We see that ship out the back, and there are so many fishing boats out here, and so much of the community here in Arica make their living off of fishing or off of the ocean in some way or another. So it's just awesome to see that.
The thing that I'm thankful for is that there hasn't been any shark attacks or shark sightings, because with this much fishing activity, seals, cold water, as an Australian, that adds up to me to a big jaw size of a great white shark. So we're pretty fortunate here that there's none of that to worry about, and just a few friendly, playful seals in the lineup. We've got a wave coming here, 1:15 left. Who's going, Eric?
Anybody going to get it? Hubby again.
But I think they're both going. This is a split seek. This is a really interesting situation. Amori coming, looking at go out of the lip.
They are both going. And Hubby driving on the right barrel. Wait till you see this. We're going to show you the replay. Hubby getting a huge barrel on the right.
This is really interesting. I'm pretty sure Amori got that score then for the 5.14, but then Dave rode the right, and we've heard some cheering, so let's see what the replays will give us. Less than a minute left. I don't know if these guys are going to get back out. So.
Well, with Hubby, it was 7.25 in the wave before, and then you got an amazing right they're going to watch right now.
I mean, if this is a good wave, he's going to overtake Galumi in the lead.
Check this out. Look at it, just perfect position.
Wow.
So patient. Look at that slab.
And a spit. The judge is going to like that. Oh, what was that about, Eric? What was going on there? What's your take on that? Was he brushing the spit away from his hair?
I think he was just wiping his brow. Like, I made it.
Israel, last charge, big section.
Not an,
No,
that manual roll.
no, he was a bit outclassed in that heat, Israel.
So we're waiting for the scores to
Wow.
drop from that last exchange.
Well,
But I really think Hubby's probably going to be taking over the lead.
for sure. I think we're going to look at looking at Amori finishing in third in that heat. Just probably the first time.
Amore.
So that's a nice big roll.
Great
Need the-
projection.
This is going to be interesting, yeah. Let's wait for the official results on that heat.
Still waiting for the scores. Hardy, Tom Barker wants to know if you've ever had long hair.
No, I haven't. Nah, just the fringe down the eyes and down the ears. I've never ran a long mop.
The
Too annoying. Every time it goes past my eyes, I just would lop the thing off
Yeah, I wouldn't like
Yeah.
it either.
in the water. Function over fashion is my philosophy. So there you have it. Scores dropping in. Hold on. So,
Well, we've still yet to see the score.
so we're
from
still
Hubbard.
yet to see the score of Dave. So Maury did move up into second with that 6-1-3, only needing the 5-1-4. And let's wait for this last score of Dave.
Let's wait for these scores to pop in.
So there you have it. Just hearing on the beach commentary that Dave Hubb got a 7-7-3 on that last right-hand barrel, so he'll move up into second, and Amori will
into
move down to
first.
third. Oh, yep, Dave moved to first, yep.
So in the closing seconds of heat number 2 here in the first round, David Hubbard coming through with the victory. And Guillermo Tamega advancing along with him, Amore Laverne in third. And Israel Salas, the Brazilian, in fourth. And that's going to be it for our hour of power with Ryan Hardy. Sorry if you guys didn't get to ask any questions, or if you didn't have a chance to ask Ryan any questions, but Sasha is now joining us, the South African, straight out of his first heat of the day, advancing position, and you can ask him all kinds of amazing questions if you'd like. Hi. While we're waiting for the lineup to clear out and Sasha gets squared away, let's throw you to a little message from our sponsors.
Tomate Surf Shot, presentador oficial Arica Chilean Challenge 2013.